Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo! All right, stinking GoPro battery died on me. I kind of looking for, there's a cliff that's over this way, and I was looking for a trail that see if I can make the make it up there with the BMW. And I came through this road, which you can see there's an old abandoned house. Check this out. There's an old sailboat here. Like, that is cool. It's all nasty in here and stuff. Gosh, people just dump whatever. That's so cool, that sailboat. It's a shame to see it like that. Clearly a lot of people dump here. But I could tell this road hadn't been used, or hasn't been used much, because this wasn't too bad. But down there, that was a little hairy, and I'm not gonna lie, on the way back is uphill, so I'm a little worried about making it across that, because there's like nothing for traction. So anyway, I found this trail. I got off and I walked it for a bit, and it's a little tight here, but once you get into the woods, it's not too bad. But then it tightens up, gets real rocky, and of course the camera's probably not going to do it any justice, but this is a very steep hill, and if I were to lose that bike off the side, there's no way I'd recover it alone. So we're not going to attempt it. It looks like it just kind of follows the hill line, and there's a graveyard down in there. I'm thinking maybe it comes down towards the end of the graveyard. It's not turning up that way, which is the way I want to go. So yeah, let me get set up and see if we can make it over that ice. Another thing too, of course, because the GoPro died on me, I did just drop this thing a few minutes ago. I was turning around on an off-camber dead-end street, and I hit neutral without realizing it, and just lost my footing and let it go. These are big, tall bikes. You know, I'm 6 foot, and I have been caught off guard by this thing so many times, especially in the woods. Any type of off-camber, like, definitely get yourself the protection you need for this thing. You're gonna drop it, especially if you're gonna do any type of tight exploring like I do. All right, looks like there's a little bit of traction on this side in the weeds. We're gonna have to kind of go through it and just deal with it. Come on, a little bit of momentum, make it through. All right, that was not as bad as I thought it was gonna be. Cool. Where I live here in North Adams, like, we're kind of in a valley, so everywhere there's just tons of hills and super steep streets. Like, I'm sure the camera does this no justice of just how steep this is. This is the street right up there. I actually dropped it on right at the end. All right, I'll check back in once we hit the next interesting spot. Here's this is the entrance to the Hoosac Tunnel, which, if you're familiar with it, or, well, if you live in this area, you're probably familiar with it. If you're not, it's a tunnel that was blown straight through this mountain ahead of us, and it is just under 5 miles long. It's like 4.75 miles long. See if we can get over there. And it was constructed, I think it started in like 1850, didn't start operation until probably 1875, and at the time that it was opened, it was actually the second longest tunnel in the world. I think the only thing that was longer was a tunnel that was over in the Alps. It's perfectly straight once you're inside the tunnel, and you can't see through it, so it's long. I know at one point it was double tracks. excuse me, still fighting that cold. But yeah, it has since been turned to just one set of tracks. We used to come down here on dirt bikes as kids too. It's pretty cool, but you'll get up to the front of it, and you might see what looks like a lantern way down in it, and then 30 minutes later, out comes a train. It's pretty wild. And there's actually shafts that go from the tunnel all the way up the mountain, and I know there's at least two. There's a west shaft and a central shaft, and that's to allow the exhaust from the train to escape the tunnel. So as kids, when we were traveling these trails on dirt bikes and four-wheelers, I know we were able to get to the west shaft, and it's just a straight drop all the way down. Of course, it's all fenced off, trying to keep animals from falling in it. And there's lots of horror stories. Of course, many people died building this tunnel. I think a lot of it had to do with they were using nitroglycerin, which I don't know much about. I know it's very unstable and highly explosive. And I believe that there was actually a fire in one of those shafts. Like they had an elevator that was going up and down as they were building it. And I believe one of those caught fire. So of course there is tons and tons of horror stories surrounding this that kids tell each other. And so yeah, this would be the west portal, and this is to connect like the Boston area to the Albany area for freight train. And this was actually not the first attempt. They tried to attempt building it over there, and somewhere in here there was like a small cave that you had to squeeze through, and then it opened up really big inside. And it actually was their first attempt that they closed back off. And then when Hurricane Katrina, I think it was Katrina, Irene, maybe it was Irene, maybe that's what it is. Katrina's the one down south. Irene came through here, and all the water on the other side, there's a trail. The water was running down the trail and collapsed in. So it made it real easy to see the original attempt. Yeah, it was somewhere in here. It's probably since closed off. But here you go. Almost 5 miles straight through. And it'll come out in the town of Florida, Mass, on the east portal. Which actually I've been at that portal in one of my other videos. It's pretty cool. It's very dark, very creepy, very eerie. Yeah, it's wild. I'm sure the camera can't pick it up. But there used to be, you can see there's a roll-up door. I don't know if you can pick it up on the camera, but they used to actually close this, and I think it was to keep animals out. But I haven't seen it closed ever. There was a cave-in a couple years ago they had to fix. But very cool. Very, very cool. All right, let's get back to the Beamer. I wonder what this old building was for. That's pretty cool. Clearly been here a long time. I love the way these things look, man. They're big, they're bulky, but I like them. Yeah, this is good old winter riding right here. I don't know what to expect up this road. So this is where you definitely want to be thoughtful of line choice. You know, you can see where there's plenty of black ice. Nice smooth throttle control, nothing crazy. Same with brakes. You want nice smooth brake control. You don't want any jabbing or anything like that, because that's what's going to put you into a spin. Of course, sometimes with ice, there's really not much you could do either way. So know that if you are doing winter riding like this, there's a good possibility you're going to end up on the ground. You know what? But I'm having fun. I'm going relatively slow speed. You know, let's keep the the injury risk at a minimum. I wonder what's up there. No outlet. Well, we have already determined in past videos that most of the time isn't a lie. This might get really hairy, so is this ice? No, I don't think so. It sure looks like ice though. Oh boy, it is slippery. This is very slippery because it's like slush. Yeah, it's like packed slush. So it might be a little interesting trying to make it back up this little bit of a hill. It's not too bad. I think there's enough sand that I think will be okay. What a cool field, just like kind of in the middle of nowhere. Okay. And then this looks like it just turns into trail, which is all ice. Use the hill here at our advantage. Of course, it's not really working because I'm in snow. Whoop. All right. Nice house. Like, that'd be awesome living out here, huh? So the trails up on this elevation are going to be a no-go because they are just sheets of ice. Oh, look at that. That wouldn't be fun to fall in. Yeah! Woo! Let's go to enduro mode. No. Oh, there's a trail right there. Whoa, steep. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo! Okay, that was fun. Woo-hoo-hoo! All right, that was fun. I believe this road right here is part of the Section 3 NEBDR, and it looks like it's pretty hairy. I don't know how far we're gonna make it up, but it officially closes the last day of December, so it's still legally open, and I think they close it due to snowmobiling. I'm actually surprised. Come on, guys, who's coming out to play with me with some winter shenanigans on your adventure bike? Let's do this. This would be a whole lot more fun if I had some company with me. Ooh, it's getting slippery. Again, like, this bike is just amazing. I think the little bit extra weight probably helps it on the ice, to be honest. And these Haneke Wilds are actually doing damn good in this.